everybody, and welcome back to SCDC ENT Presents the Age Woman Podcast, and I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today with more of my traditional value and belief bullshit that I know y'all don't want to hear, but it has to be said. And if you cannot take constructive learning and understanding from your sister who loves you dearly, I don't know what's wrong with you, period. So, here we go. So, I've been dealing with a few topics and things that I've been thinking about lately. So, one thing that I was thinking about is a lot of women, I'm talking to younger women now, when we jumping off the porch, right? When we jumping off the porch, when we 18, from 18 to 25, we are running wild, having a good time, doing everything that we want to do. Catching bodies all over the place. You know, we wilding. Having babies and abortions and babies and just turning up. No remorse about, no thought about our life or anything. And that is a definite setup for failure. You understand? That's a setup for failure. Mothers, as responsible mothers, you have to give your daughter a plan. The first thing that you got to do is teach your daughter to be feminine. And if you don't know how to be feminine, you need to learn how to be feminine. Femininity is power in femininity. Femininity can get you where an attitude problem and a strong clapping your hands can't. Being a woman is powerful because when you're a woman, you rest in your femininity and in your womanhood. And that is a beautiful thing. And you can't fake that. You understand? You can't fake being feminine because it doesn't work. A lot of times we put on a show. We got our little feminine voices and our little feminineness that we think because we put on something short, tight, and cute that we being feminine. And that is not, it's not feminine. That's hoe. That's hoishism. That's loose hoe shit. You know what I'm saying? A woman covers herself up. A woman is modest. The last thing that a woman would go out the house in is something that reveals all the curves of her body. Women don't do that. Young-minded women who don't have any shame about their body, they do that. You have to learn. Part of being feminine is learning that covering up is appealing. Having some discreet and discretion about yourself is a beautiful thing, and men should not be able to see all your assets every day and all the time. I mean, it's like it doesn't have to. You're taking away from your natural beauty. People can't see your natural beauty if your assets are exposed everywhere. The men are only going to lust after the things that they see, physically. If you want a man to get to know you, you got to cover up and be able to speak and capture his attention. Part of a big problem is that women, young ladies don't know anything. So you can't carry on a conversation with a man long enough to hold his attention for him to even want to take the time to get to know you. All you know is gossip. You don't know anything. You haven't read any books. You haven't educated yourself. You haven't talked about anything. You don't know squat. And anytime somebody says something to you, you coming back with no. But you haven't picked up a book. You barely made it out of school if you graduated. But as soon as a man come and try to tell you something or try to educate you, or anybody try to come and educate you, you hollering about no. And I really don't get that, because if you are clearly, the longer you are on this earth, the more knowledge you are going to accumulate. So if someone has been on this earth longer than you, certainly you should respect the fact that they may know just a little bit more than you. That is possible. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with accepting the fact that you might not be as smart as you think you are. I'm not as smart as I think I am. It's things that I don't know, but if it's stopping me from achieving a goal, I'm going to learn it. You understand? And I also have enough sense in my head to shut the hell up and allow myself to learn. And that's the problem with you women. You have to learn your partner. If you want a man in your life, you have to learn what this man wants from you. And you have to be willing to learn and be a willing participant if you want this man to be happy with you. Men, I mean, men are literally tired of having to teach you how to be just a regular concerned person. I hear women all the time, and I see these comments in my Facebook friends, if you want somebody to listen to you, to understand you, to love you, to protect you, to care about you, to feed you, to fuck you, you have to be willing to do all those things to someone else. Just as they ask you to do, not how you want to do. No one appreciates anything that you choose to do for them because they did not ask you for them. A lot of times we're quick to jump up and start doing things for somebody, but doing things for people, that don't mean nothing to people. Especially if they ain't ask you. If somebody ain't asked you to do something, you think that they're going to be appreciative of that? They're not. They're not going to be appreciative of that. Not 1 second. And all you doing is setting yourself up. You put your feelings into it and all of that, but they're not going to appreciate that because they didn't ask you to do that. Men appreciate things. Men appreciate women who do things that they ask them to do, the way that they ask them to do it. If he says he doesn't like pepper on his chicken, don't put fucking pepper on his chicken because he doesn't like it. It doesn't have to be a debate. The simple fact that he asks you to do it, you should respect that and just do it. What is the problem? A man wants you to be cooperative and understanding and friendly and pleasant and happy. Our men have such a hard time in this world. Believe it or not, our men have a hard time in this world. You understand? So you should be a pillar of sunshine and happiness to him. Because why are you with him if you cannot provide him with at least just the basic minimum just to make him happy? The last day, even before my husband got sick, you know what I'm saying? I'm not coming at my husband with problems, and the last thing that I want to do is bring stress to my husband. The last thing. So I don't put myself in situations that would allow myself to upset anything in my home. I don't have a friend in this motherfucking world that I'm going to allow to upset my home. I don't have a friend in this motherfucking world that can call me all time of night and get me out my house to go do anything. I'm sorry, boo, but I'm just not that one. My loyalty is with my husband because when it all boils down, he's the one who is going to have my back. He is the one who is going to love me through thick and thin. He is the one who is going to protect me and make sure I got the things I need and make me feel like a woman. So he has my sole motherfucking loyalty. He is my number one priority. He is the Most High is my number one. He is my number two. Period. And his feelings and what he needs come before everybody, friends, family. Because the Bible tells us that when we leave our family, we leave our husbands. So how are we not willing to make our husbands feel great? Why are we not willing to set our feelings aside and assess what our family needs? That's what your job is. There is no greater loyalty. There is nothing greater to accomplish than a woman who has sent her kids off to school or sent her kids off to college and they all got a plan and they being successful. That is just like such a pride driven. That is a beautiful thing because you raised a family. You can't imitate that. You cannot, that's something that cannot be faked. Raising a family cannot be faked. Raising stable-minded, successful people cannot be faked. But we are not there to do that. Our priorities is just all over the damn place. We don't know how to spend money. We don't have no loyalty to ourselves. It's just crazy. I don't even understand. And we hate each other. So how are we ever supposed to do anything? I'll never understand my black women, period. But we'll be right back after this messages. Thanks, guys. One moment. Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. If you ever wanted to have your very own podcast, I can tell you how to set it up right now. Anchor is an awesome app that's free to download. You can use its creation tools to edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenerships. And also, it has everything that you need in one place. All you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I look forward to hearing your new podcast any day now. Thanks. And now back to the show. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Age Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today. And today it's Sunday. It's late, and we just gonna do that Sunday grown woman talk. So if you wanna just send me any topics for Sunday grown woman talk, please feel free to email me at queenfromcreation@gmail.com. I love getting, the emails, and I always try to respond promptly. Or I'll just make a recording, a podcast. I'm definitely trying to set up some things so I could go back to my YouTube channel. I did upload a couple of garden updates this week, so make sure you tune in, Nicole Archer. And I would love to start going live, but I just don't have enough. Subscribers yet to my channel. But as soon as I do, I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna have some content. I'm actually trying to talk my husband into sitting down and talking on like a topic with me. If you ladies are interested in some different topics from a male perspective, just email me and I'll sit down and we'll talk about it. I'll do a recording with him and we could just talk. So I'm trying to keep you interested. I'm still doing another season of the Good Herbal Talk, where we discuss me implementing medicinal herbs. Definitely excited and hopeful, with my fingers crossed, that they're going to be legalizing cannabis in South Carolina, which would be awesome, because I am working on my gardening and everything. So we got a lot of different things that's coming up, and just stay tuned in, stay subscribed, and just stay with your girl. And just support the channel, support me. If you're doing anything, you need my support, definitely hit me up, queenfromcreation@gmail.com. This is not a one-sided type of thing. I'm not a one-sided person. I believe in shouting out my people. I believe in supporting. I believe in good business practices, very good business practices and business ethics. And that's what I want to talk about for part 2 of my Sunday show. Is I want to talk about business ethics. We as a people do not value one another, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because our word don't mean nothing to each other. And the bottom line is, if you want to do business with people and you want people to trust you, back in the days, businesses were built on trust. If a person sends you their money, you have an obligation to abide by that person in a certain format. Don't steal from your brother. Don't steal from your sister. If you cannot meet an order, return these people money. Don't do your brothers all kind of way. We already have people robbing and stealing from us. Why do we do one another so wrong? I will never understand that. If a sister makes beautiful scarves or whatever she does, support the sister wholeheartedly. Stop having unreasonable expectations, because y'all do not do these other nations of people like that. Y'all will buy from every other nation of people. They will rob y'all, scam y'all, do all kind of stuff to y'all, and y'all have no problem with them. But y'all will not support your own people. How are we ever to build anything? I just don't understand how you expect to build something when your work ethics is so messed up. If you can't do something for somebody, don't promise them that you can do it. Be honest with them. Communicate. Do not ignore a person. I'll ask them the opportunity to make it right. And you do your due diligence to make it right. Why do we not have integrity? How can we ever expect to have businesses and rise as a people if we can't just be honest with one another and make our word mean something? Our word has to mean something. If I tell you be in my house at 12 o'clock, I'm going to braid your hair. That means when you arrive at my house at 12 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and start on your hair. Not 1:30, I'm just getting started on your head. Professionalism is everything. Professionalism is everything. Professionalism is everything. Communicate, fulfill these orders, and be professional with your people. They are coming to you because they want to put money in your pocket, but nobody is going to put money in your pocket when you're scamming and stealing from them. That's just the bottom line. If people can't trust you, if people can't trust your platform, if people see that you shady and you got bad business dealings, you don't deserve people's money. You don't deserve people money. If you cannot give people excellent customer service, go sit down somewhere and learn how to provide excellent customer service, because customer service is real. And people do not like spending their money with no one who does not recognize the importance of showing appreciation for somebody spending their money with you, because they do not have to spend their money. There's 11,000 other places they can spend their money, but they choose to come and mess with you. So if someone chooses to patronize your business, you are obligated to show them some love, or they're not going to fuck with you. And that is why a lot of businesses die, because we don't know how to change the channel on our attitudes. We don't believe that people deserve good service. We don't believe that our words should mean anything, but we want to do business and we want to be bosses. Bosses don't act like asses. Bosses don't act like asses. Bosses don't act like asses. I mean, the bosses that act like asses usually get sued for acting the ass. So, but no real boss act the ass. Bosses don't even argue. Don't have to, because they the boss. So I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I think that we need to really level up and hold ourselves accountable for our actions, our feelings, our emotions, for the way that people see us and their perception of us, because our images and our perceptions are not really good at all. The way people see us, they feel like we are just tricks. I mean, and we really are. We're steady pumping the vote blue, no matter what, and we're solely attached to the Democratic campaign, and these people, and the Republican campaign, and these people do absolutely nothing for our community. Absolutely nothing for our community. And they make it clear that they're not going to do anything for our community. And yet we still run around like fools saying, oh, we need to vote. Vote for what? Vote for what? It's not for you. Ain't nobody even paying you no mind when they coming up with their things that they trying to do. They ain't talking about you. They ain't even think about you. It's about everybody else. So if everybody is about everybody else, maybe we could try to be about each other. Maybe we could try to be about each other, and the ones that are oppressed, and the ones that have that same like-minded mentality, we need to come together. We need to link up locally, and then we link up state-wise. I mean, no, we hook up locally, then we hook up county-wise, then we hook up city-wise, then we hook up state-wide. Once we hook up states, then we build change from different states to states to states. And we got to connect that way. You understand? We got to build small connections that build larger connections, because we are losing as a people. Unfortunately, we have some of the best talents, some of the best, greatest minds, but you'll never know, because as long as you got a whole bunch of bullshit and distractions going on, you're never going to be able to get about your business. You're never going to be able to get about your business. Whatever you want in life, you're never going to be able to get about your business if you got a whole lot of foolishness going on around you. You think I could be doing this podcast if my life was in shambles? No, I could not. I'm busy now, so I do have tried to squeeze time in, but I love doing my podcast, so it's like a priority to me. But I have to make time for that, and you have to be able to think, you have to be able to have content, you have to be able to have flow, entertaining, topics, and you have to be able to provide some wisdom to people, because people ain't just you're not just giving me your time. You're not just listening to me just because. You listen to me because hopefully, you want to hear what I got to say, and I'm giving you something to help build you up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that these days, with us being modern women, I'm telling you, the biggest thing that we have a misconception about is that if a man rules over us, we don't have no freedom. If a man rules over us, we don't have no freedom. And that is not the case. If you are if the Bible says that we are supposed to be under a man, to be subservient to a man, what's wrong with that? What else you got to do that's so damn important that you don't even want to take care of your man? Don't you want some in-house cock? Doodle-doo-doo-doo? If you want some in-house cock-a-doodle-doo, it's things and steps that you got to do to keep that. Y'all don't know that? If you don't know that you have to do certain things to keep a man, I'm going to tell you something when we come back, right after this message. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Age Woman Podcast. And listen, we are just having our Sunday chill time, random topics. Ms. Nicole giving you some of that knowledge, that good wisdom she got. And you can choose not to listen to me, because maybe I'm just full of shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just full of shit. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I am a traditional woman. I have traditional values, I have traditional beliefs, and my traditional values and my traditional beliefs seem to be what men are looking for these days. Based on what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing, men are looking for women with traditional values. So please allow me to help you be more comfortable fitting into the position that you're supposed to be in, which is a feminine woman led with a man over you. It's not hard. Listen, I don't even understand why we as women feel like we don't need no man. Why would you not? Okay, but we like to have sex. Okay, we like sex. We love to have sex. We love the whole point of you going out, dressing the way you do, is to attract some guy to get some cock. So my thing is, if you're doing all this to get cock, why not just try to keep the attention of one dude? Why not just try to keep the attention of one dude? You ain't got to be out here in these streets like that, taking losses. I get so tired of y'all losing y'all damn debit card every damn weekend because y'all out to the club acting the damn fool. I got 50,000 phone calls, everybody losing their debit card. It should be getting ridiculous. Don't have no kind of responsibility about yourself. And you all on all kind of websites, so it's people stealing your money and stuff off your card because you foolish. Totally damn foolish. And it's because you all out in the street. Ain't no woman supposed to be out in the streets drinking and stuff like that. That is just a sad damn thing. You ever seen a drunk woman? One of them old drunk women. That's how y'all gonna be. Just drunk out there in the street laughing and shit with a fake pink hair on and some cute shoes. You gotta stop. Y'all wildin'. Thinking you could do whatever you want to do. You can't be a hoe your whole life, and then all of a sudden you at the stoplight of hoism. You at the stoplight of hoism, and you look beside you and you see a car with a woman and a family in there, and you longing for that. You done been riding the hoism road for years. All your actions have been about hoe shit. About seeing how low you can break it down with Meg Thee Stallion and all this bullshit. I'm telling y'all have gotten shit fucked up. You have gotten it fucked up. Because the bottom line is, the men, if a man is taking time with you, mostly, like I say, I see like the rapper guys, these celebrity guys, they like these thoughts with the colorful hair and the fake eyelashes and these wigs and stuff. They out of touch with reality. They like all these fake, the ass, all this, y'all know the asses just be ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It just be ridiculous. The rappers like that kind of stuff. Ain't no regular man checking for no shit like that. These women are trying to be like celebrities. Suki with the good coochie. Y'all, they trying to be like celebrities. But even Suki with the good coochie, she keeps her one man. She not out here throwing it for multiples. She with a man, she talking about, I'm going to give this nigga a baby. I want him, he my husband. So she got her priorities in straight. Even though she's the queen of Babylon, you know what I'm saying? You can't say nothing about, she out there. So, but at least she got enough sense to try to be with a man. Truly, she's not a real good, she got to cover up, do a thing, whatever. But there's so many of them out there. Y'all think that that's cute and like that's how you build a relationship, and it's not. Like, the thing, a lot of things that you ladies don't understand. If you were born in like the 80s and the 90s, something that you do not understand is that the culture of our people is so fucked up. You understand? You guys were told a lot of lies and shit. Y'all was told that we was equal. Y'all been told that we're all the same. Y'all been told that you got the American dream, and ain't none of that shit true. Because when they was talking about all that, they are not including you in this shit. This is not about you. You're supposed to be doing something separate, something different. Because the more you try to incorporate yourself into this society, the more that it shows you that it don't want you. Period. And if you keep trying to press yourself into something that don't want you, you ain't doing nothing but setting yourself up for failure. When there's so much beauty and so much things that we could create outside of their culture for ourselves. Period. We got the same opportunities. We know how to make things out of nothing. So we can do things for ourselves in multiple ways, but a lot of that is you're never going to discover your wonderfulness until you eliminate the distractions and get more serious about your life. Period. That's just real talk. You're not going to have no business until you slow down. And unfortunately, going out to the clubs, going out shopping and drinking and all this with your friends every day, all that's bullshit and distractions. And you ain't going to meet no man like that. Because a lot of time men don't hang out. Men who hang out like that, they already got their bag. And they ain't really trying to find nothing but something to screw. That's it. Those men that's out there spending their money like that, they're not trying to wife you. They got a square Betty that's at the house that they got on their back burner. That's the one that they gonna marry, but they gonna just keep screwing you. Unfortunately, because I know you was hoping like one day you would be the wife, but you're not, because you don't have the values and things that they looking for to wife. Men want traditional women who know how to cook, who know how to build a home, who know how to keep the house trash and clutter free. Men want people like who got skills like their grandmama, who could paint, who could grow okra, who could grow tomatoes, who gonna bring something important something meaningful to them. That's what men like. Men like a pillar of rest. They want to be able to rest their head on your breast and know that like you belong to them, and you really about them, and you really mean them well, and your actions show that, not your words, because words don't mean shit, and they see through that. They want to see you be the woman that you say you are, or be the woman that you're supposed to be, which is humble. First of all, humble, because it's a beautiful thing for a man to choose you. Okay, for him to choose you, for him to see you, and for him to say, I want you to be mine. It's a beautiful and humbling thing, because once a man chooses you, that means that he obligates himself to love and take care of you. And we seem to just take that for granted. Like, there's so many people out here in the world that's willing to love and take care of us, when half our parents didn't even love and take care of us. But when a man finally says he wants to love and take care of you, then you got all these rules for him. You got all these rules. You playing with the sex with him. You playing with his feelings and his emotions. And then when he get tired of you and he start cheating or he leaves you, you shocked and surprised. You are not a prize. You are only a prize based on how cooperative you are to a man. That's how valuable you are, based on how cooperative and how willing you are to work with him. Period. I made a comment to some sisters. We got to build a relationship with the man before we start having babies. I know I would, if any newlywed, I would never tell a newlywed to get married and have babies within the first year of getting married. Why not just spend time with your husband and enjoy you and him building things together? Why not just do that? Why not just slow down? Because you don't have to have a kid right away. Why not just slow down and get to know one another? Why not listen to lay in the bed all night and just talk? Travel. Build a business. Go to school. Learn some trades. You can do multiple other fucking things besides just be rushing to have kids. Because financially, if you're not ready, you start having babies and then it just becomes, now you don't have a plan. Because the reason why we women, we be so unhappy is because we don't realize that when you pump out those babies, your life is going to change. The man life usually doesn't change too much because they're not chained to these children like they're not chained to the children. They can, to some men, being in the kid's life is optional. And we make it that way because we make it difficult for them to be with their children. And when we make it difficult for men to be with their children, that is clearly a problem. Because we need a co-parenting source of authority for our children. Because they're not going to fear you hollering and screaming and acting a fool. But they will fear their father because that is a man. They cannot beat him. But they can, they might think that they can beat you. And you spend more time yelling and cussing and fussing instead of encouraging, nurturing, and teaching. Mothers, we supposed to do more than just provide for the kids. Provide. I got to make sure my kids. But, you're supposed to be teaching them. You're supposed to be educating them. They should know who they are when they walk out the door. They should not be allowed to go outside and think that they're part of the American dream. How can you be a part of the American dream when your great-great-granddaddy and them came over here as slaves? They didn't make this place for you. This is not your rest. Everybody should be telling their kids that because that's the truth. And they show you that in the streets these days. If we would arm our children with the truth, they will go out in these streets and move more intelligently with each other, with society, period. They will move more intelligently because they know who they are and they know their position in the society. But we don't give them no kind of ammunition to assist them in the day-to-day life. And then we wonder why our kids don't have any values. We wonder why our kids don't want to deal with us, and we fucked up in the later days. We don't even have nobody to take care of us when we old. If you fuck your kid up, who's going to look after you when you get old? You're going to have to go to the nursing home, or you're just going to try to keep yourself together forever. Because you have not equipped your child to even be on that level to even think about you, because you've been so busy trying to be the mama and the daddy who is going to nurture the kids and teach the kids to love if you're busy doing all this other stuff. How do you have time to raise your children when you at the club every Friday night? I don't understand. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year. You wouldn't have time to get in no trouble if you take your ass home and clean it up and build your house up. A lot of y'all got project houses. You already got a spot, but it's nasty as the hell. Don't got no furniture, but you got $300, $400 wigs in your house. And your fucking head is bald. Your priorities are fucked up. And women like that is going to be alone. You got to get your priorities in order. The first thing you do if you want a man, if you single and you ain't got no man in your house, the first thing you need to do is clean up your house and get your house in order. Because if the whole point is, these days, the way that we set our shit up, we have to build the house and then we have to find the man to bring in the house. Because our men are screwed up, okay? Our men are screwed up. Our society is screwed up. Strong black women, y'all done fucked up. So now the way that we have to actually find us a man is we have to set up a strong foundation, which is have a job, have a place for us to stay. And then you have to date a series of men to try to find the right man. You have to put yourself out there to be for the right man to be attracted to the energy and the vibe that you're giving off. And hopefully he's where you are. Because if he ain't, oh Lord, if he ain't where you at, you're going to spend the next few months, years possibly struggling with a bum. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. But hopefully you got a brother that is ready to step his game up or ready to be assisted, or maybe he already good. He got a plan. He already executing stuff. That's even better. You know what I'm saying? That's even freaking better. But you're going to have to put into some work with any man that you get. Because our brothers have just not had the advantages that we've had as women. And we need to remember that. I don't know why everybody think that, you lucky to get a brother that has a job that can work every day. You should be thankful for that. You understand? Period. We need to be realistic. Period. You talking to somebody who has a bachelor's degree. That doesn't mean a fucking thing. My man does not fuck me talking about how wonderful my GPA was. He don't give a fuck about that. And I still be a damn bitch if I piss him off. Period. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Your degree don't make you fuck. They don't give a fuck about that because that's a book smart. But if you can't carry on a conversation with a man, those school and shits that don't help you at all. You have to have some wisdom. You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to be open and transparent. I am not saying tell all your goddamn business. Clutching my pearls, ladies. You don't have to tell all your damn hardships. They don't want to hear all that shit. Every damn thing you done been molested and you done been. Now you need to put that Pandora's box. Take that damn Pandora's box. Put that bitch in the backyard and bury that shit and don't speak about it no more. Move on. All that hurting and all that stuff you done been through. We sorry. He's sorry. I'm sorry. Who did it sorry. But this was years ago. All this lady baggage. Guys hate that shit. Guys hate that shit. Don't nobody want to deal with all your problems. Y'all, and first of all, the thing that pisses me off so bad is that the fact that you will have an attitude, you don't want to hear what a brother talking about. If he the type, if a talkative brother, a brother who like to talk, who like to express it, he like to talk a lot. But you don't want to listen to what he got to talk about because you're not interested in hearing anything he got to say. How are you supposed to learn about a man if you don't listen to what he say? How are you supposed to learn about a man if you don't communicate anything, if you don't have nothing to talk about? How are you supposed to build a bond with him? Child, please listen. If it's 24 motherfucking hours in a day, I'm talking to my man 23.9999% of the damn day till I go to bed. I want to hear your stories. I know his stories. I done heard his stories time and time again. But that's how I learned where he come from and who he is. That's how you learn where a man come from and who he is. You got to listen to his stories about where he been through. You got to listen to what he believe and what he think. You got to have your own opinion about things. That's what they like. I'm telling you. They want a woman that has an opinion about things. The only way you could develop an opinion about things is you got to bring your ass home, sit down, and pay attention to what the hell is going on around you, girl. An empty wagon make a lot of noise. A empty wagon makes a lot of noise. If it's just one thing in the back of that damn wagon, it's boom, 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 bumping all around. But if that wagon full, that shit don't make a lot of noise. But y'all know I live on Railroad Avenue, and this damn train about to come through. So I'm going to stop right here with a commercial break, and we'll be right back as soon as that damn train ride on past. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Age Women Podcast, and thanks so much for tuning in with me on this Sunday night. This is just some random talk, some random grown women talking. If you want to do some grown women talk on Sunday, please hit me up, creamfromcreation@gmail.com, with some topics and things you like me to discuss. You know, I love getting the emails, and I'm actually incorporating some other things. I did get a request for one of my sisters, and I'm going to actually be implementing that as well in our Sunday night talk, Sunday night chats. So you got to have belief in yourself. A lot of times we are afraid to put ourselves out there and take a chance on something, right? The way that I met my husband was crazy because I was living in Charlotte at the time, and my husband was like, I actually met him on the chat line. And the way that I met him on the chat line was like, he was like, hey, 912, and 912 is the area code from where I'm from, which is Georgia. So he was like, 912, and I was like, hey, talk to him and everything. And there's some good guys out there on the chat line. You have to be, because the thing is, online dating for women who don't get out much is how we meet men. That's how I used to meet men, through online dating. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I don't go to the clubs, and I know that you can't meet a man at the clubs. You can't meet a man in the streets. And you also have to interview the man. You gotta see where they mind at. You have to be able to conversate, communicate, understand, read between the lines, all this here. You need your Scooby-Doo magic decoder ring when you're trying to weed out various men. And when you shopping looking for a man. Because, there are men out there. You are not going to be every man cup of tea. Let me tell you now. You are not going to be every man cup of tea. You are not going to be every man cup of tea, but you damn sure going to be somebody hot latte with some motherfucking cream on the top. You understand? Somebody's going to fucks with you. You are going to be somebody's desire, but you got to set yourself up to be that way. Nobody is just going to see that in you if you're not putting that out there. And the first thing that you do is change your attitude. You got to change your attitude, and you got to believe that you changing your ways, people are going to see those changes in you, and they're going to be attracted to that. Because remember, like energies attract. Women attract men. Ladies attract young boys or guys, and boys attract girls. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand what energy you putting out to attract the kind of guy that you want. You understand? And some of us have our energy and our thoughts of ourselves way too high. Some of us think too highly of ourselves. But the things that we as modern women values are not what modern men value. Unfortunately, the things that modern women value are not the things that modern men value. So that's why it's hard for you to find a man, because the things that you value, men don't value. The things that you like, the things that you think are cute and funny and all that, normal men don't think like that. So that's where the conflict is the problem. And also the problem is that we don't want to change to fit what the man wants. But the man is actually the one that runs it, because they have to choose you. You can't make a man marry you. So you have to choose. You have to convert yourself into something that they feel like they are wanting to fuck with. But like I said, that's a traditional woman speaking, because a lot of you women feel like, I don't have to change. I don't have to do nothing different. I don't have to be this way. I could be here. He just know they not gonna just love you. Ain't nobody gonna love you the damn way you are, because you jacked up. You understand? So let me just tell you that now. You're jacked up. And if your man is telling you right now your attitude about this or this about you, and if he's constantly telling you that, he's right. Ain't nobody gonna tell you the same damn thing over and over and over again that ain't true. And if everybody is saying the same thing, everybody is not wrong. It's your ass. So you have to learn how to adjust, especially if you want to upgrade and you want to climb yourself up. See, it's levels. A lot of us is stuck in young lady mode. You got 50-year-old women that's still a young lady. You know what I'm saying? It's not a whole lot of women. You know what I'm saying? Because if you could become a woman at a young age, you're gonna be a aged woman. You're gonna be something serious when you get on up there in age. Something serious. You know what I'm saying? Something serious. You're gonna be serious. You know? And you know you're going to be serious because guess what? You won't be alone. And you're going to be happy. And you're going to be productive. And you're going to be youthful. You know what I'm saying? That's that age woman. That's that flavor that you need. You know what I'm saying? When when things age, the flavor is better. The taste of it is better. It's better. Because it done age to the good. Not age to the fucked up. Not age like something that done, you know, some old fruit that you done left in the refrigerator that done damn rotten. But some cheese or some wine, something that done fermented, some good sauerkraut or some good chow that done fermented, and just some wine that done just did its thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to age and become. You know, not all this foolishness and stuff. And I can't believe there is another train coming through tonight. Well, I am not going to keep you guys on that long. I'm going to end it right here because, like I said, the train is coming and I don't want it to mess up my show. So I say shalom. I will be back in a couple of days with another episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. creativefromcreation@gmail.com. Thank you guys. Shalom.